Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on the Conscious Cruiser. This morning with us, we have our usual panel of Scott from Controversial Cruising, Alisa from Alisa's Adventures in Cruising. I'm Chet from Sea Lake Journeys. Today, we're going to bring to you episode 20, which is going to be the know before you go approach on cruise fundamentals and etiquette, things that you're going to need to know before you go.
Pinky out.
Right?
Ooh, pinky out.
Back after this, y'all. Okay, well, we are back now, and I just want to remind everybody, please hit your thumbs up and subscribe to these channels, and don't miss us on Spotify. Hey, you're listening to us on Spotify right now, aren't you? That's right. And we appreciate that. We're trying to get to our first 1 million subscribers on Spotify and on our YouTube channels.
Working our way on up, and we do sound just a little bit better on Spotify, in my opinion.
We love it.
Well, I definitely look better on Spotify. I've watched.
We all look amazing on Spotify.
Yeah, so be sure to kick off your Monday mornings at 8:30, either watching us or listening to us on Spotify or joining us on one of our 3 YouTube channels. We rotate them. This week, you're on Sea Lake Journeys. Next week, you're going to be on Scott's show, Controversial Cruising. Following week on Alisa from Alisa's Adventures in Cruising. So don't miss an episode, y'all. We've got a lot of stuff, a lot of cruise experience here, and we want to bring it to you so that you can know before you go.
That's the
approach. Hey,
share with your friends.
Y'all ready to get to the first question? This is an exciting topic, y'all.
All right.
Okay.
Do it. I know someone has a lot of notes.
All right. Well, our first question is there such a thing as cruise etiquette? Does it even exist?
Ladies first.
You guys do this to me all the time. there is such a thing as cruise etiquette, and I just generally put it down to putting on your best manners. You know, when you know how your parents used to say, act like you've been somewhere. Act like you've been somewhere. It's not that it's overly stuffy or that pretentious or anything like that, but there's a lot of people on the cruise ship with you, and it would just be nice to be polite and patient and, follow the rules.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. There is definitely a cruise etiquette. Of course, it's an unwritten cruise etiquette and fundamentals, but it really just goes down to being a decent human being, and that's to the guests, right? And that's also to the crew. Remembering that the crew is a big part too as well, putting in a lot of time and effort into your vacation to make it what it is. And again, cruising should be fun, right? You want to go on a cruise to meet new people, meet strangers that become friends, lifelong friends. Hey, I mean, I have friends that I met when I was 21, 22 that I still talk to now just on cruises. I mean, and hey, we may have crossed paths on other cruises, and we may just talk about it and say, hey, that one day when it does happen, wouldn't that be cool? So yes, there is definitely a big cruise etiquette, and I think we need to pay attention to it more, I guess, as seasoned cruisers, because there are a lot of newer cruisers coming into the market. And I think that's really going to, shape the way and teach them the right cruise etiquette and fundamentals.
Yeah. I found that there's etiquette in all kinds of different venues. If you go to an opera, you're not going to behave the same way you would at, say, a football game. Different types of etiquette for different locations and places. And the same holds true for cruising. So we're here today to tell you some of the things you're going to need to know to fall into the proper etiquette of cruising. Guys, I've written down 25 of them. So hopefully,
oh my goodness,
We won't miss anything.
25 divided by 3. No, I don't think we should. We should.
25 times 3. Y'all should have a list of 25 too, right?
Oh, yeah. That's true. You're right.
Too funny.
Okay, so guys, this is important. We're going to start off with our first tip. Your first big tip that you want to throw out there to the first-time cruisers. What is your first etiquette tip you want to make sure they know before they go?
I got a big one. And I think I see this in life too as well. You know how the old chivalry isn't dead kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's big when you're cruising with someone and you see someone either in a wheelchair, either somebody with a cane, either someone that's disabled, right? And you are the one that is pressing the button on the elevator and you're rushing in, right? You're on vacation. We're all on vacation. Just take the extra 15 seconds and say, "Sir, after you." I don't know where that went. I mean, when I was cruising with my parents, back when I was little, that was all around, right? And you would even let your elders, right? Respect your elders and also, please, you go first, right? We're all on vacation. Now it's just like, oh God, everyone's just in such a rush. I don't know where that etiquette went. So I, for one, especially if I see someone who's handicapped, here, sir, kind of, and I hold, how you hold your arm over the door so it doesn't, you hold your head, sir, I don't know. That's just the way that I was raised, but I think that's a big cruise etiquette thing that I guess I don't really see as much anymore. It kind of makes me sad.
Yeah.
That's a good one, though, Scott. That's
really
a good one.
Really good one.
Yeah. I was going to say, since I already mentioned packing your patience, I was going to say, normally when we on embarkation day, everybody's super excited to get on the cruise. And if you've cruised before, you already know about the buffet spread that they have waiting for you. Excuse me, but you're not the only one who knows about it. Chances are there's going to be a line. So be prepared to just wait a few minutes in line. You'll have your turn to leisurely go through and see what you want to try. There's plenty for everybody. You don't need to cut in line or take multiple plates trying to get it all in one shot. Like just be patient and enjoy that first trip to the buffet.
I love those line cut. Oh, can I just get a piece of lettuce real quick? And then the lettuce, it turns into them like shimmying in front of you. And they're like, oh, wait, let me just get some garbanzo beans and some chicken beans and some tomato. You're like,
listen, I don't care what setting we're in. Nobody ever likes the line cutter, right? Nobody ever feels like, oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Just a piece of lettuce.
Your family and friends come in front of us because we're just waiting.
Utensil grabbers, I will. Like, if you're standing by the bin of utensils, oh, can I just grab a utensil? Sure, that's fine. But no, don't grab past me to get a tomato. No, sorry. Your second round of salad, you can get your tomato, okay?
That's a good one. This is really good stuff.
She's right.
I've got so many, I don't know which one to go with now, but
just pick one, Chet. You got a bunch.
I think I'm going to go to the theater or any show venue. Don't come in late and walk around aimlessly, and don't sit there and talk on your phone or to somebody else loudly. And in other words, generally speaking, just don't come in the theater and distract away from the show, no matter what your distraction may be. Take your phone outside, take your screaming youngins outside. If you're really late, just wait for the next show. Think about other people first, really.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's going to be another show. You've already missed part of this one, or you're going to make other people miss it. So, yeah, just think about that etiquette-wise. Don't come in late, and don't be jawing through the whole show.
The latecomers, right? They always walk all the way down, and they want to sit right in the front, right? It was like, you came in 17 minutes late and the lights are down and you want to come all the way through and then you want to do the whole shimmy. Oh, excuse me. With their phone light. You're like, are you kidding me? Like, where has the etiquette gone? Oh, we were at dinner. Okay, so there's another show. You know that. In 47 minutes, there will be another show that is exactly the same as this one.
And did you have to wear the sombrero?
You're not wrong.
Maybe you did.
You're not
Maybe
wrong,
you
Chet.
did.
You're not wrong.
Oh my
We've seen
goodness.
it all. We've seen it all.
We've got so many tips. Hopefully we'll get to all these throughout the course of this show, y'all.
That's a good one. You got another one, Chet? You got 25. Throw us a double bonus,
Yeah,
a double whammy.
hit us.
I will. The chair hog situation also goes to the theater. So with the theater and outside by the pools, you don't have to come in and save a whole row of chairs, throw your towels down, throw your books down, your comic books, your sunglasses, your lawnmower, just leave, come in and take your seat. Now, I get it if you're with one other person, saving a seat for them because they went to the bathroom and they're going to come and sit down so you can go to the bathroom. Nobody considers that being a chair hog.
Right.
No.
But when both chairs are empty or a row of chairs are empty and they got a book on them or a towel or something, no, that doesn't work. There's 3,000, 4,000 people on that ship and only 200 deck chairs out by the pool. And you're going to be gone for an hour. Just go ahead and pick your stuff up. Let somebody else sit down.
Right.
You come back later, maybe they're done. Because I know we've never sat out by a pool longer than an hour ever.
Well, you should. Well, I know people enjoy the sunbathing, but you shouldn't be out there all day. You're gonna be a lobster.
My wife's just going to bingo, then she's gonna get some burritos, she's gonna get 2 drinks, and then she's coming back though. Okay.
And I'm just going to go take a short nap real quick and then go get lunch in the main dining room.
My chair. That's my chair.
Okay, she'll be here at 2:45 at 10:30 in the morning.
Now I know the cruise lines are trying to cut down or crack down, I guess I should say, on the chair hogs of the loungers on the when they're sunbathing or whatever around the pool. But I've never seen anyone help in the theater as far as the chair as the seats, like an usher. Have you guys?
Not like an usher, no. Not like I mean, maybe if you get a really nice like drink or bar waiter, that maybe it's a little bit more affluent in English, that would be come this way. I've seen that, but no, like not actual ushers, especially maybe
right. So so we have to self-police people. Just don't hog a whole row.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of makes you think, because back when I started cruising, and I know for you guys too, and many of you guys that are listening, there wasn't a chair hog. I don't even know what the name of it is, chair hog rule, or there wasn't any kind of policing because it really didn't happen back then. So now the fact that it's kind of happening more, like I said, it kind of makes me sad, but there's rules now for different cruise lines. You can only be in the chair for 3 hours. You can't put a towel or a boat. There's all kinds of different things that you can't do to try to alleviate people from saving chairs for hours and hours or being chair hogs, right? So
I'm going to give our fellow cruisers I think it's not bad intentions. Like, people want to have a spot, they want to know where they're supposed to meet and where they're going to come back to after they were in the pool or they played this game or whatever. I do think though it's very, very easy to lose track of time into how way leads to way. Like you let me go listen to this real quick. Oh, well, the store is open. Oh, this is and then it's 2 hours later and it's like, oh, where's my my towel? Oh, right on the chair I was saving. Like, so
have you ever lost your husband or wife like that? They're like, honey, I'm just going up to the bar to get a drink, and like 45 minutes later, like, what the hell? Come back with a new necklace, and it's like $500 of being like, where the hell were you?
Oh yeah, that happens.
Oh yeah.
Hey, while we're thinking about it, though, I also want to thank the sponsor of this show today, episode number 20 of The Conscious Cruiser. And that sponsor is...
The episode of The Conscious Cruiser is sponsored and supported by Alisa's Adventures in Cruising and the Monday Mood Check. Check out the Monday Mood Check every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern. For some exciting cruise talk, munch pack reviews, and even some home cooking. So start of your week right every week with Alisa and the Monday Mood Check. Don't miss it. And now back to the Conscious Cast.
Yeah.
And this week's episode.
How about that? Alisa's Adventures in Cruising. Don't forget to join us tonight at 7 p.m. over there with Alisa. Who knows what she's going to be cooking up over there? It could be brownies. It could be a topic that you love. It could be both.
Or she could be trying some snacks.
You never know. You never know.
I'm going to beat Scott there tonight. You watch this.
Okay, Chet. Okay.
There's plenty of room. Everybody, come on in. Come on in.
I do love the Monday mood check. It is a good way to start your week and check your mood. That's why I have been a fan from day one of the Monday mood check. So it gives you a good way to start your week on Monday.
Start off the week.
Absolutely. It's my favorite show of the week, live show. That's why I come in here and watch it.
Appreciate you. Come on in, guys.
Well, let's move on to our third question, y'all. If I can find it here. What is it? Oh, what is a cruise fundamental that you always practice? Ooh. What is a cruise fundamental that you always practice?
A cruise fundamental. You know, I guess I'll start. Yeah, I took a long time to get used to the idea of using the cruise ship app on your phone, just because I really like the paper. I like the paper. I still like books, actual books. So I like the paper, and I used to like to be able to pull off the little, you know how they would have the separate section for you to carry around with you so you knew what was happening throughout the day. Mm-hmm. But I have made the switch. I use the phone. I have the apps downloaded. So that's the one thing I would say, like right away, go ahead and download the app and start using it when you're on board, because it's going to let you know what is going on and what the options are. You see a lot of people kind of roaming around, not knowing where things are. I mean, it takes you a minute to get your bearings, but not knowing what there is to do and kind of complaining about how they don't know what there is to do. And if you would just start using the app, it's a great way to start. Of course, the crew is always there to ask questions and would be happy to help you, but it would eliminate some frustration for you in the beginning, I think, if you start using that.
Definitely. You can check into dinners, you can check into shows on some cruise lines and things like that. So yes, 100%.
Awesome. Love it.
I think I'm going to go more of the etiquette approach. And for me, because it's a personal question, but for me, this is the cruise etiquette that I always try to follow, especially on embarkation day, but mostly on the entire cruise. If I can walk there without an elevator, or if I can walk there, I'm going to walk there. It is going to let the elevators be available for the people that need to be available. And also, we tend to get a little lazy on cruises, right? It is vacation, and I'm not saying don't enjoy. But again, if you have legs and you can walk there and you need the exercise, right? We all just ate a burrito. I'm walking there, right? If it's 1 or 2 flights of stairs, 3 flights of stairs, I'm walking there. And that goes for when I'm taking my suitcase on, because I'm always the one, I carry it on. I'm crazy. Don't ask. But I carry my suitcase on, and I won't take the stairs if I can walk 2 or 3 flights up or down. So
you won't take the elevator. Yeah.
I won't take the elevator. I'll take the stairs. I'm sorry. Yes.
That man, y'all got great stuff. Mine is simply respect for others. Have respect for others. Be polite to the crew and the passengers.
Correct.
Pretty basic stuff, you know.
Yes.
And I'm going to throw in some of that 25 stuff right here, y'all.
Go.
Get a new plate when you're at the buffet.
Oh,
ooh,
that's a given, isn't it?
Oh, wow. You see all of us, we were like, whoa, yes. Great one, Chet.
Yeah, and wait for people to get off the elevator.
Yes.
You know, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times I can't get off the elevator because people just bury me in there. But yeah.
Now, I'm gonna interrupt you just for a question. Is that true whether or not you're in a chair, or if you're
or worse when you're in a wheelchair? Or worse. And as you know, I can do both. So
yes.
Yeah, when you're in a wheelchair, you are invisible. People can't see below this.
Yeah.
And you're down there, so they don't see you.
You mean that, Chet, they can't see past this. And I'm holding my phone for everybody that
There
is,
you go. Yeah.
On Spotify. But yes, they can't see past the phone. So get off your phones.
Get off the phone, y'all.
Yes, I know sometimes there can be a wait for an elevator depending on the ship, and but you have to let people off the elevator before you can enter the elevator. You know what I mean? There's only so much space, so if you let people off first, just give it a second. Somebody's probably coming off.
Somebody's probably coming off.
The guy's burger will still be there. I promise. The onion ring will just be as fresh. I promise. Let Chet off the elevator. Let Alisa off the elevator. Let me off the elevator.
And one of my favorites is keep your noise down when you're walking down the hall.
Yes.
Especially in the, after 9 o'clock at night, there's people sleeping, If you're just coming in at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., midnight, you don't have to be hooting and hollering and banging on doors. You don't have to.
Correct.
Leave the club in the club.
There you go. I like that. Well
in the club. Oh, yeah.
And respect the dress codes.
Yes.
Robin from Sea Lake Journeys, she mentioned a lot of the dress code stuff, like wearing a cover up over your bathing suit if you are walking through the buffet and stuff like that. And it's just a good reminder that, some people don't want their kids seeing everything you got. Just saying. Another dress codes too. We went to Spellbound on the Sun Princess in December, and when we got the invitation card, it said formal attire. I take that to be, if they had to take the time to put it on there, formal attire, then guess what? I'm going to follow that as part of the protocols, part of the etiquette, and so we dressed up formal for that. And don't throw anything overboard, y'all. Come on, don't be throwing stuff overboard. Chairs, people,
big
food. Don't throw anything.
Anything, yeah. On top of a bagel, like don't do it because you saw a seagull. Like, no, nothing should go over the ship.
Nothing.
Right? It's a bagel. It will disintegrate in those. No, stop it.
That's not a natural food for any of the wildlife animals.
Correct.
Which leads me to watch your kids. Watch your kid. If you have kids, if you have minors, watch them kids. Don't let them run wild.
Yes.
Everywhere, all the time. It's just
yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. We appreciate that everybody's on vacation. Parents and kids. No problem with that. It's a great family vacation option, but people are sleeping or relaxing or drinking, and you don't want your kid to be mixed up. Most people don't want their children to be mixed up in anything that they shouldn't be, or causing a disturbance. It is not fun to be excuse me, woken up by the sounds of children running through the hallways at, all times of the day or night. And I'm not saying anything about them being happy and having fun and all that, but it gets to a point where it is interfering with other people. So don't just let them run around the cruise ship without supervision. It's not safe for anybody.
I agree. That's 100%. One of my last ones here before we'll move on, because I got so many. We can sit here all day, but washy. Come on, y'all. Wash them hands. Wash. If I have to stand there and sing at the buffet, I will, because I see people just going by now, coming out of the bathroom. I followed you out of the bathroom. You didn't wash there. You didn't wash on the way to the buffet. I'm going to start singing, washy. Now, unless if you don't want to hear me singing horrible karaoke to you in the buffet, please stop. One of those
that should be a number one hit, though. Washy.
And you know what? I know this was brought up by I believe a bunch of cruisers, but they said, well, where's all the hand sanitizer? And a lot of the cruise lines have pulled back the hand sanitizer because guess what? That is not like washing your hands, right? It was a safeguard during the C word back in the P word, but it is not washing your hands. So now that we're trying to rely on hand sanitizer as a form of cleansing, it's not a form of cleansing, right? So now washing your hands is the only true way to get that bacteria off. And 30 seconds under the warm water, do the whole thing. Don't do the dip and run. Do the whole washy, and that's the way that we stop some viruses and bacteria and all that other nasty googie stuff.
Yeah, just part of the cruise etiquette that I think everybody should know before they go. We've got a million more, guys. I mean, but I guess we'll have to move on to our last question. Otherwise, it's going to be a 1-hour episode.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, we could do that one day, maybe one day.
We'll have to revisit this one, I guess.
It's a good topic. It's a good
Really
topic.
good topic.
So, question for the cast right here, guys. This is a special question.
Okay.
Has there been an improvement or decline in etiquette on cruises since, I'm going to say it, Scott, COVID? Has etiquette gotten improved or has it declined since then? Now, I asked this question because I have my own observations, but I want to know what yours are.
I mean, I think that everybody has gotten kind of lax, to be honest. And what you're talking about with the washy-washy, like, how could any of us ever forget? Just wash your hands. It will stop the spread of anything, not anything, the flu, a cold, anything like that. And nobody wants to come home with the cruise crud, as we like to call it. And then just, I don't know, people maybe have the idea that it's all party, and that there are no rules, but there are rules. Yeah. There are rules, and they should be enforced. Just like when we go on airplanes, the cabin stewardesses or stewards, they're there mainly in an event of an emergency to assist us and to help us. It's the same thing on the cruise ship. Like, everybody has to take the safety stuff seriously, and they should be gently reminding you to do it too. So
I agree.
All that to say is that it is a ton of fun. Absolutely. Love cruising. But don't be offended if you're asked to follow the rules, because they're there for a reason.
Yep.
Well said. Well said.
I'm going declining. They have, I believe, and I think cruise etiquette has gone down. It doesn't mean that we can't bring it up. Okay, we can. But I think since COVID, yes, we have. There's been a lot of societal things that have changed between 6 feet and distancing yourself, and the fact that we didn't talk to anybody for a year, and then we just kind of started talking, and now there's some people that just forgot the social skills, and there's a lot of things that have happened, but I believe that it has declined, unfortunately. So we have to be better about it, and your elders and the handicapped and those less fortunate, and even just human to human, a little bit more of empathy and sympathy and caring for another. I don't know. I think that it has just gone down, unfortunately.
That's been my observation as well. The same thing you guys said, and I really can't add anything to it because you guys said it so well. So I'm just going to throw out one last question for you, and for everybody that's listening here today.
Bonus.
When we talked about all these etiquette rules and protocols, do you think if we all followed these rules, protocols, terms of etiquette, do you think our cruise would be better or worse?
Ooh. I don't feel like that having cruised well before the pandemic, I'll say it that way. I don't think the rules were so stringent. I don't think they were so difficult to follow. Maybe we all needed to be reminded then too about the hand washing. But as far as just like listening to the safety announcements, making sure you go to the muster drill, not holding that whole process up, and being polite or trying to be polite to everybody, including the crew, I don't think that's difficult. I think we can do it. I think we got this.
Yeah. It's going to elevate everybody's experience, isn't it?
Yes.
I agree. It would definitely elevate the experience. And I think, I think if we're just a little bit more mindful, like everybody, just like a 0.5%, not even 0.5%, right? If everybody was just a little bit more mindful, I think that could really move mountains, and we can all move mountains together as cruisers, new cruisers, seasoned cruisers. And yeah.
Absolutely. So there you have it, guys. Episode number 20 of the Conscious Cruiser. We hope that you have picked up some tips here that will help you have a better cruise experience just by simply following some guidelines for etiquette on a cruise ship.
Right.
Don't forget to join us next week. Episode 21 is going to be what they didn't tell you about when booking your cruise. You don't want to miss that one. So be sure to join up with us on Spotify and on Alisa's Adventures in Cruising and on Controversial Cruising and on Sea Lake Journeys. And until next time, guys, we're going to get out of here and get ready to bring you more tips to make you a better conscious cruiser.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.